Well, that went well. I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's go. Let's just do this. You know, Sluggy, he's got a fort. He's unshaven. It's whatever. What do I have as far as items? I don't even have anything that can do... Okay, well, this room over here, by the way, there's a secret in this room if you have, like, a POW block item or, like, one of the turn all the enemies into clouds items, because that's the only way you can kill the Chain Chomp. Doing so reveals a door that will lead you to a room that tells you the secret to getting the minigame thing that I used for Hookbill's castle. In case you wanted to know. Now, this level is a little bit strange, turns out. The lowest score you can get on this level is, in fact, a 0. But it's through very strange and bizarre means that you will be able to do this. Namely, because the boss of this particular level has 0 ways to damage you. As a result, if you fight the boss, you're not gonna get a 0. You gotta beat the level in some other fashion. I believe all that's over here is Flower Guy. Alright. I remember that puzzle is kind of weird, because if you actually just run at full speed, your head will touch the spikes and you die. It's a weird sort of deal. For the purposes of this ROM hack, though, I have made it... Well, obviously I can get a 0, because I can just go in the boss fight with a 0, no problem. But, you know, I've made that sort of adjustment. But I did want to go ahead and show off how you would actually get a 0 in the GBA version, and I've already kind of done goofed a little bit, because, I needed to bring a Shy Guy with me. These spikes down here will lead to a bottomless pit eventually. I feel like in the GBA version the camera scrolls down a little bit more or something. Is that spike existent, or is that a glitch? Like, I don't understand the visual effect here. Come here, Sluggy! Come here! I need an egg! I'm dead! It's great. Basically, you know what? It's gonna be easier to explain if I just, you know, do what I'm supposed to. It's worth it noting, it's very important you do not hit this cloud, by the way, because it's going to reveal, like, the pathway that you need to take. So you want to be very careful here. I think that's just a graphical glitch. Like, I don't think that's actually a spike that exists, which is, you know, odd. Yeah, I think there's only 1 layer of spikes. I don't remember there being more. Anyway, once you've done that, you need to go back and get a Shy Guy. The little Slug guy won't work, because you need to bounce on something. Alright, get over here, dude. Alright. Now, for demonstration purposes, I am going to go ahead and use save states, because this isn't going to be how I beat the level anyway. So let me just do, this. Boom. Let me go get another Shy Guy. I think I need to be here? Not quite. I need to get him to, like, land on the edge. So I'm kind of trying to find the right spot. Was it here, maybe? No. Definitely not. No. Gosh dang it. Alright, we're good. Okay. So, now that I got him to actually land on the platform, what you're gonna want to do here, this pipe here is a pipe you can go through, but the way pipes seem to work in Yoshi's Island is that both ends can actually be entered, or at the very minimum, some pipes are like that. This pipe happens to be one of those pipes. So what we need to do is actually jump on this Shy Guy, fall low enough so that, you know, we don't die, but also we're under the floor here, and then we're gonna want to continue our hover so we can, like, hold up and then go through the underside of this pipe. You can only do this in one hover because your first hover after jumping on the Shy Guy is going to be much higher than normal. Like, you've seen that before. Something I like to do also is if you hold out an egg and then like lock it, there's the lock button, you know. You can kind of see a little bit better where Yoshi is under there, because you obviously won't be able to see Yoshi. You'll see the X though. So you can kind of get a better idea of positioning. But it's a very tricky maneuver to do. Let's see if I can actually get it going here. Bounce on him. I fell too low. Do I have a save state load button on this controller? I know I did at one point. I guess not. Okay, well. Alright, let's... Yeah, see, I didn't quite hit it in the right spot, so, just didn't work out. Okay, see, there we go, I got it. Now, this is gonna warp you into a very strange-looking sky place, where you're gonna wanna hover 10 times while holding to the right. Well, it's like give or take 10 times. I think it's more like 11 or 10, I don't know. Once you get low enough, you'll kind of be able to tell. Yeah, here. The camera will kind of freak out a little bit. What's that? Red coins in a familiar location? That's bizarre. It seems like somehow, through magical means, we've been warped to level 1-1. Odd that this even works in the GBA version, but in fact it does. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious what you do here. You know, you just go ahead and you get your 0. Yeah! Look at that 0! It's tasty and delicious. That was a 1-1 warp, by the way. There's a few levels in this game where you can do that, but as far as I'm aware, every single level where you can 1-1 warp in already is a 0 anyway, so it would be kind of pointless. This one's pretty significant, because you need to do it in order to get a 0 on Sluggy's stage. That said, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, because that's boring. It's boring, I say. Boring is boring is boring is boring. We're gonna go and we're gonna fight the boss because I can. So, you know, this is the one weird episode where all sorts of shenanigans are happening, and I love it. It's my favorite type of shenanigan. The ones that happen. This is just the moving platform part, and that's the weird spinny platform thing that doesn't really show up a lot. I can never remember which one of these clouds leads to, like, the secret area. It's one of these, and I don't remember. I think it might actually be this one. Because I think the other staircase blocks it, whereas this one lets you get up high enough to get to it. Yeah, this one, alright. Yeah, because going up in the other direction just kind of leads to, I think, a bunch of clouds that have, like, nothing of importance in them. It's a weird sort of deal. And then it just continues the level from there. This one gives you, like, a nice secret area that you actually have to go through if you wanna 100%, but we're obviously not here for that. We're here, of course, for everybody's favorite enemy in the game, the Purple Muddy Buddy. You don't get to see this guy ever if you don't go into this particular room. He allows you to stand on spikes. He is my best friend. I think you're just outright immune to spikes, actually, while you're standing on him. So, you know, that's super neat and cool, and then you press down and you get off of him. It's a fun time. I think the other part of the room just has, like... No, guy, go away! I think it just has, like, a bunch of random enemies and such. I don't remember. That room is way more exciting when Mr. Muddy Buddy is involved. I think that's his official name, is Muddy Buddy. I don't actually remember. But this is where the paths would meet, so... Knowledge has been gained. Slugs have been shaved. And by shaved, I of course mean turned into stars. Wow, Ceiling Ghost Man. You just ate my baby. Sadly, eating babies makes you lose your mouth. I'm not sure anatomically how that's gonna work out for you. Because obviously, if you have no mouth, you can't eat. And this is unfortunate. I think this is just a dead end. Yeah, it's a dead end. Emphasis on dead. Yes. Okay, well, this is just the Room of Endless Bats. I sure do enjoy the Room of Endless Bats and this freaking Ceiling Ghost, man. This part actually is somewhat tricky. You want to kind of hit this guy to stun him, so you can jump high enough and get over that coin there, because that coin can take you by surprise, you know? So yeah, back in the days of, you know, not using the 1-1 warp to get through this level, we had to go through this entire part, and it's not so bad so far. There's secrets down there if I wanted to go get them, but I don't, so, you know, it's just whatever. And then you get to Mr. Ghost Platform Ride. This is kind of a neat part of the level, and I like it under normal circumstances, but there is a particular part at the end of this that in the past caused me all sorts of ire. It's not a fun time. It really is not. There's a slug over there waiting for me, happily on the ceiling with its single dot mouth, and it's like, well, its eyes are made of 4 dots, made to look like one big dot, so, you know, make of that what you will. Just a handy floating arrow in the sky here. Thank you, Sky Arrow, you are probably the greatest. Probably. I can't confirm nor deny whether in fact you are the greatest, or the worst. I mean, at minimum, you're probably not the worst. Let's be fair here, you know, just, you're helping me out. That doesn't look physically possible, but it's fine. What's in this? Stars? Aw, man, I am going to eat one of them and no more. Because that's just what I do. My name is Yoshi, and I do not care for stars in my diet. Stars are, you know, not something you should eat. You know, giant balls of gas, generally not a good thing. Well, I think it's more like plasma than gas, but I'm not a scientist, so feel free to quote me all you want. It's all on you. It's not my fault. I mean, you're the one that listed me as a credible source for your everyday science facts, so that's not my fault if I'm wrong. Not in the slightest. Alright, we're coming up to the part in question. There, down... Ooh, I was a little bit over to some direction. I actually had to move these, by the way. Turns out Yoshi's hitbox is freaking enormous, and I literally, no matter how hard I tried, could not actually jump over those coins in their usual position. I'm actually gonna throw up a GBA vision, even though there's no real reason to. But, like, freaking heck, those coins aggravated me to no end. Like, I spent, like, I think it was somewhere along the lines of, like, 20 minutes using save states, trying to find a way to easily get past those coins. And, like, yeah, I can do the very old method of throwing eggs at the thorns to actually, like, just go underneath the coins, but that method is so unreliably hard to do that it just is not worth doing in a regular sort of attempt. Especially with how long it takes to actually get back there, it's not a thing. Like, I'm sad I had to edit such a trivial thing, since this is part of a level I don't even have to do. But, like, it's, I don't know, man. That's such a weird thing. Anyway, this is the boss. The forbidden boss. We're fighting him anyway. Kamek, there's a 0 on your face. Ah, Yoshi, you must be powerful, but remember, this slug has no weak points. Certainly not the giant fuzzy heart in its chest. Certainly not. Certainly not indeed. Oh no, he's fuzzy. Well, he's not really fuzzy, but he's unshaven. Yes, throw an egg in the completely wrong direction. Alright, so the gimmick of this fight, and why he doesn't hurt you, is he's not supposed to hurt you. He's supposed to push you off the ledge and kill you outright. Clearly, that's not gonna be, like, the issue here, since I'm already wasting a lot of time to go back and get eggs and whatnot, and he's, like, not even halfway through the room. But, you know, I toyed with the thought of actually making it so that, plant over there spit out, like, the cactus dudes, but, I mean, it'd be such a trivial change for something that I don't even need to do, and I just, like, you know, whatever, I'll just fight him normal style. There's no reason not to just do that. camera pan for no reason. Alright. So there we go. We got a 0 on this level in 2 completely different ways. One of which was not really official, but I'm going to call it official anyway, because it was way more fancy. We got to fight, you know, the boss, instead of just skipping it blatantly. It's a fun time. Next time, we're gonna go to the sky. There's gonna be birds. Birds are cool. They can fly. That's all I have to say on that subject, I guess. I'll see you later, and goodbye. Glad this episode's out of the way. Oy.